Hey guys, I'm Paul and welcome to Do With The Drone. Now, this is a little different to my normal drone videos. Today, because of lockdown and I can't get out there with my drone, I'm going to actually have a go at putting together a little bit of a tune. I'm going to have a go at some chill hop. It's not easy. It looks easy, but it's definitely not. And what I'm going to do is use two bits of software on my iPad Pro, Drambo, which is a modular groove box and modular synth, and Beatmaker 3, which is basically for making beats. I'd say it was a kind of DAW, really, a digital audio workstation. So feel free to like, subscribe, share on social media, and go and have a look at my drone films. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm opening Drambo. What I'm going to do now is load in their little drum kit. It's got like 7 different instruments in it. I've loaded in a sample drum machine. I'll put my headphones on so I can hear what's going on. Make sure we've got some sound. There we go. So those are the 5 noises that I'm going to sample into Beatmaker. Let's get out of here, go into Beatmaker. Okay, I'm going to start a new bank, as you can see, and what I'm going to do is drop on these 5, all the 5 different samples. So the first thing I need to do is go into the sampler. There we go, and then I'll load up via AUV3 Drambo. Click on Drambo, then go into Open, Templates, Sample Drum Machine, and there's the drum machine. All I need to do now to sample is just to hit start there in the bottom left hand corner and actually just tap these sounds. And there you go, those are the 5 sounds I wanted to do. Stop, close this down and go back into sampler, and you can see there's my sample. So what I'm going to do is trim it about there. Those are the 5 different sounds. First thing I want to do is normalize this together as one big sample. Then what it'll do is it'll actually give me the same volume level increase, whereas if you normalize them one at a time, it'll bring them all up really high, and that's probably not what you want. Right, so there you go, so they're all normalized. So you can see when you look at this middle sample that literally, you know, it's about the right volume as compared to all the others. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it, use auto slice, because this seems to work quite well with samples like this, 100%, and there you go. Now I've got 5 different slices. What I can do now is actually save them as individual samples. Now I don't know whether I need to do a fade out. In fact, I'm going to trim each one. Let's do that. They seem pretty good. So I'm gonna, I don't know if I can trim them one at a time. Let's just try it. Yeah, you can. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm gonna go in, trim that one. That's pretty good. And then fade out. So if I play it, yeah, that seems pretty good. That's a kick drum. So let's see if I can save that as a kick drum. See, again, there's a lot of different things I can do in here. I can go save slices, but let's try this. Okay, so I've now got one called Drambo Kick. I think I might have to load up each one of these samples. What I would say right now is there should be some button to say back to slices or back to full sample or something, rather than me double tapping that and it then creating a slice, because it doesn't make sense to me. It's almost as if I just deleted it. Maybe if I hit the undo button a couple of times. No? Okay, so this is frustrating. Beatmaker 3 is a very complicated bit of software, and I think it takes quite a lot of work and effort to understand how this sampler works. Anyway, let's get out of that for now. I've already done this once or twice, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the pads, and I'm going to start a new bank this time. And in here I've got a sliced drum bow. So you can hear all those separate slices. I'm going to drag them into each pad. So for now I'm going to have to carry on trying to do it the way I was doing it. So there you go. So now one thing I'd like to know is it possible to rename these pads, or at least these samples, before I drag them in? So that one, hang on, edit. The bottom two are the crazy ones that I don't like very much, so I'm going to delete them. Well, it's not that I don't like them, I don't need them. Kick one, kick two. Hi-hat, snare, closed hi-hat, I think. Okay, let's try that. So I'm going to go edit, rename. Ooh, already in use. Okay, fair enough. Clear pad. I'm getting there. I'm figuring this stuff out. So the pads are all cleared. It'd be nice if I could actually clear a full bank, because I've used those on others, but let's just try this again. So back into here, edit, closed hi-hat. Nope, still doesn't like it. It's because it's been used on one of these other banks. Right. See, I would have thought a long press. Yes. Okay, we're getting there now. Right, now I'm definitely not using it now. This is an empty bank. So in theory, I should be able to rename that. Yes. So that's a closed hi-hat. So if you bear with me, I'll do the rest of them. Okay. There we go, now I'm dragging them in, as you can see. Now, one thing that I thought would be a really nice idea for this is if it was possible to just move the pads around. I don't know if it is. It doesn't seem to be. So it's a case of cut and paste when you're in the select area. But anyway, so snare, kick, closed hi-hat. Great, so now you've seen how to do a basic sample, and you've seen the pitfalls that a beginner like me come across. It's a really great app, is Beatmaker 3. It looks fantastic. I've seen lots of tutorials and the way people work with it is very, very good. but it could be a little easier in some respects. Maybe having a question mark in a corner where you tap it and then you can go around and tap other things in the interface to see what they do, or at least to take you to the main help file in the right place. Something like that. That'd be really good for beginners, because then you could explore without getting stuck. Anyway, great product. Highly recommend having a go, and fingers crossed I'll get better. If you've got any tips, if anyone can put me straight on where I'm going wrong, that'd be amazing. Okay, so I figured out how to load and download drum kits into Beatmaker 3, and I've got another one from Dean of Electronic Sounds. It's called Cobalt, and it's pretty nice, and I've put together a bit of a pattern. I'm going to play you that now. There you go, not too bad. So if I go and have a look at what I've done, you can see you've got two drum patterns here, 1 and 2. The first one is running on the Drambo drums that I sampled. The second one is running on the Cobalt drum kit. And if we go and look at patterns, and if I bring it to scale, you can see in the Cobalt setup, I've got a snare here, and this is all hand tapped in. I've not actually quantized any of this. The second one is kick 3, and I've got kick 1 in there as well, just to give it a little bit of variety on the sound of the kick, and then a little bit of kick 2, literally just 1. So I've got kicks, a snare, and then the hi-hats. If I go into here, remember I'm still learning. Oh yeah, sorry, song, patterns, I think I tap it here and then go pattern. There you go. I'm getting the hang. So yeah, basically I've got, they both say slicers, but they're just a couple of hi-hats. So I've got to figure out again how you rename samples within here. So if anybody knows how to do that, please put it in the comments. That'd be amazing. And now what I've also done, and this is pretty simple, is if I look in here on E, it's muted at the moment, and this is where I get a little bit confused, so I need to turn up mute. Here we go. E, I've set up harmonic majors, 7ths and 9ths for, this is the house 1 audio unit. Henny, I think you'll be pleased to know that I'm having to play with this. So I'm going to have a go at tapping in a bit of a chord setup, and the chord is in C sharp. I don't know if that's a good chord to use, but you know. So here we go. So something like that. I'm sure that these darkened squares resemble what the right scale is that you've been used. I think if I go into scales and go for natural minor, it seems to repattern it out. So I'm assuming the ones you use are the, yeah, I don't know if it's the lit up ones and the ones that are dimmed are ones you shouldn't use. So I don't know, E. So I don't know if that's a scale. Maybe if I put major on, or well, that kind of sounds like a scale to me. So I don't know, maybe it is the darkened pads, but it would make more sense to me that the pads that were lit up are the scale that you're on. But I don't know. I mean, let's try. I know what pentatonic sounds like, so let's try that. suppose it doesn't help that I'm doing chords. Let's get off chords and try it. Yeah, that could be a pentatonic chord. Let's try a minor. Or could it be? Let's try 64 pads. Oof, that's high. Should I do it down an octave? To be fair, I really don't know how I should be doing this. I want to get it, I want to understand it, but it's more complicated than you imagine. Oh, this is nice. Let's record that. Did that record? That didn't record. Okay, so here's the thing. I have to remember that I have to turn something on when recording. So I have to go back into here and I have to look at this house more. And I think I have to create. I have to do something on here. That's it, a pattern. Now I created a pattern, I can probably record it. Oh, I can remember what keys I played. This is the bit. So still not recording. Damn it, I was enjoying that as well. That was so good. Right, okay. I'm wondering why that's not recording right now. It's primed, it's got a red dot next to it. There's a good reason for this. There has to be, or else I'm just going mad. Oh! Well, there's something in here. So maybe I just need to hit play. Ooh! Not bad for a first attempt. That key could do with lasting a bit longer. Now, it's still going, so I must have given it a bit more. Oh, I didn't put loop on. Here we go. For some reason this is only doing 2, but I think what it does, if I'm correct, is if I go into song or scenes, it'll only do it as far as the shortest one. So if I drag them all out, there we go, look. Okay, so that needs to end here, really. Now that seems to come in a bit too early, that one. So if I go to pattern, if I bring the playhead back, so one thing I think I could probably do with this is set the loop so it just loops around a certain part of the song. I'm assuming that's possible. I've never tried it. I'm wondering if this one comes in a little bit too early, just maybe it needs to be slightly offbeat, or maybe this one just finishes too quick. Now that one could probably come in just a little bit. Later. It's nice for it to sound organic, you know, and unquantized, but right, okay, yeah, it just sounds a bit late now. Now I've got this set to very small increments. I can tweak this more, but I think you get the idea, and I think I'm getting somewhere with it. Anyway, may as well wrap it up. And next time I'm going to show you something a little bit better. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. I think it did okay, and for a first attempt, I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm starting to enjoy it, and yeah, it's pretty good. Love it. Great. Cheers, guys. Let's turn all this off. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you think I'm not too much of a rank amateur and that you like what I'm doing. And if so, why not subscribe and hit the bell so that next time I put a video out there, you'll get a notification. And thanks again for coming to my channel. See ya.